13 live.
Most of us have lived here for, at least half of our lives, if not more, and many don't know any other place but the U.S.
Right now at 6 o'clock, waiting for final word from the White House. The Trump administration expected to announce an end to DACA today. So almost 1 million dreamers in this country, 30,000 in Arizona, waiting to see what's next.
Plus, breaking news this morning, Hurricane Irma, now a Category 5 hurricane with winds of 175 miles per hour. Hurricane warnings are up in the Caribbean as people in Florida wait to see where this storm goes. Good Tuesday morning to you. Thank you for joining us. I'm Wendy Redmond.
I'm Andrew Capasso. Meteorologist Kira Miner has been keeping a very close eye on Irma. You will have more on that very dangerous storm in a minute. But first, as people head to work or school here, what do they need to know?
Yeah, after a nice 3-day holiday, I'm sure it's kind of tough to get back to school and work. But hey, at least the weather will be pretty nice out there this morning. We're still looking at mainly clear skies here in Tucson and southern Arizona. There's a look at first alert Doppler radar. We had a few showers and thunderstorms around 2 o'clock this morning just to the south of Ajo. Those continue to push off to the west and weaken, so all is dry as you head out the door this morning. Now sunrise not until 6:02, so in about 29 seconds from now. So again, it's going to be a pretty nice start to the day. And look at that, 75 degrees for that temperature at TIA, and the dew point at 59 degrees, so a little on the muggy side, but not too bad, with that southeasterly wind around 5 miles per hour. Now the morning drive should be a nice one, at least weather-wise. We're still looking at sunny skies throughout the morning. By 7 a.m., we're back into those upper 70s, low 80s by 8 o'clock with that southeasterly wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And by 9 o'clock, already pushing into those middle to upper 80s. Now, over the next few days, we're going to be talking about those triple digits back in the forecast. Plus, you will see an uptick in the moisture by the end of the work week. Will that mean more monsoon storms? That's all coming up in my full forecast, plus the latest on Hurricane Irma. Morgan.
Thanks for that, Kira. Looking forward to it. 6:02 on our Tuesday morning. Things look fantastic all across our Tucson roadways. No real issues, no crashes to let you know about. If you're headed out after this long 3-day weekend, you will likely get to where you need to be on time, whether that be work or school. This right here is a live look from our Speedway camera. Already a whole lot of light out there, a lot of cars joining you out on the road this morning. Eastbound and westbound, no issues. Again, moving just fine in both directions. Meantime, if you are headed over in the east side, you are going to likely see this pipeline work. So it starts at 6 o'clock this morning, so about 2 minutes ago. It goes until 5 o'clock tonight. Expect some delays right here in this area, Sabino Canyon and Tanca Verde. Again, it started about 2 minutes ago and goes until 5 o'clock tonight. So just try to avoid this area if at all possible. This, of course, near Tucson Country Club and also Sabino Canyon. But for now, that is the very latest. Sending it over to you, Wendy and Andrew.
All right, Morgan, thank you. 6:03 happening today. That announcement impacting hundreds of thousands of young undocumented immigrants.
The Trump administration is expected to announce a decision on the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. Right now, I want to go straight to Angelica Carrillo, who's at the Live Center with all the late-breaking details on that. Angelica.
Well, Wendy, Andrew, the program provides protection from deportation for some undocumented migrants who were brought to the U.S. as children. President Obama created the program 5 years ago by executive action. But right now, I want you to look at your screen. There are nearly 800,000 people with DACA status living nationwide. About 30,000 of those people live right here in Arizona. Now, take a look at this. Just this morning, President Trump taking to Twitter, writing, Congress, get ready to do your job. Well, he wrote big week coming up, and then he wrote Congress, get ready to do your job, DACA. So sources familiar with the president's thinking say he will give Congress 6 months to come up with a legislative solution. And this latest tweet from the president kind of foreshadowing that. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is expected to make that decision this morning, 8 o'clock Tucson time. Andrew.
All right, we'll have it for you over on Fox 11 Daybreak, also on our website. Thank you, Angelica. As we wait for that decision, many in Phoenix are praying outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement headquarters. Listen.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses.
Those at last night's vigil held American flags and candles as they prayed. They say people under the DACA program are Americans and want President Donald Trump to do the right thing.
The administration wants us to fear and wants us to go back to the shadows. But we are here to say that we're not going to go back to those shadows.
One Phoenix immigration attorney says it is possible the Trump administration would put all 800,000 on DACA give them notice to appear in court. If that happens, there, of course, will be a massive backlog. That moment the decision is made, you can count on us to send you a late-breaking alert. Make sure you've got the Tucson News Now mobile app. To download it, search Tucson News Now in your Google Play or Apple App Store.
Late-breaking news this morning. Hurricane Irma just strengthened to a Category 5. It has maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour now. Take a look at some of this video of hurricane hunters flying right into that storm. A hurricane warning is now issued for several parts of the Caribbean as Irma heads that way. And Florida Governor Rick Scott declared a state of emergency for every county in his state. So this morning, folks in Florida are frantically preparing for whatever Irma may bring to them. Right now, they're stocking up on canned food and bottled water. With Harvey hitting the Gulf last week so hard, people say this is a good reminder of how bad things can get.
With Harvey, everyone's kind of taken back to see how bad that was, and obviously we're from Florida, we're used to this type of situation, but it's always good to be prepared.
A lot of stores have ordered extra supplies to make sure they don't run out.
6:06 happening today. Congress goes back to work, and there is a lot of work in front of them. First on the agenda, immediately approving almost $8 billion in relief money for Harvey victims. That vote could happen as soon as tomorrow. Leaders also need to raise $20 trillion borrowing limit by September 29th. That's to avoid a default on debt. They also need to pass a separate spending measure to avoid a government shutdown after September 30th.
Arizona Senator John McCain returns to Washington as he continues to fight brain cancer. During the weekend, he attended an international forum in Italy. McCain also wrote an op-ed last week saying we must respect President Trump's authority, but that, quote, we do not answer to him.
New this morning, South Korea leaders say North Korea could be moving an intercontinental ballistic missile to a launch position. That comes as the South conducts more military drills. The country beefing up its missile system in the second UN Security Council emergency meeting about the North in 1 week. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley pressing the Council to retaliate with the strongest sanctions possible.
He is begging for war. War is never something the United States wants. We don't want it now. But our country's patience is not unlimited.
Right now, the United States says a military option is on the table. Angelica?
And Andrew, late-breaking news on that military option. I want to show you one of the latest tweets from the president just minutes ago, writing, I am allowing Japan and South Korea to buy a substantially increased amount of highly sophisticated military equipment from the United States. So this foreshadowing that military option while they are still looking at those diplomacy options, more sanctions on the table. Andrew.
Angelica, meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin speaking out about possible sanctions on North Korea. He says the stronger sanctions won't stop Pyongyang's nuclear threats.
We think that this military hysteria will not lead to good results. It could lead to a global catastrophe with a lot of victims.
Putin suggests the key to moving forward with the North is dialogue.
Some Houston businesses are expected to reopen today, but parts of the city still underwater from Harvey. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says there is a temporary change in place to rush recovery money to people with National Flood Insurance. At least 60 people we know are dead from that storm. Damage could top $180 billion. And a new threat in Houston this morning as many go back to their homes for the first time since the storm hit. A lot of people concerned looters could break into their home. One city council member says some are confusing people digging through garbage with looters. Neighbors are helping to keep watch just in case.
Some volunteers in this neighborhood in particular who had not flooded are actually manning the streets with their own curfew at 11 o'clock at night.
Some volunteers return to work today, so neighbors are asking for more police to patrol so they can focus on cleaning up and rebuilding.
You still have time to drop off donations for Houston. The University of Arizona Athletics Department taking a truck full of supplies to the city. You can bring those donations to that truck through Friday. They need things like diapers, wipes, and cleaning supplies. The truck is on the east side of Arizona Stadium.
All right, coming up on 6:10 on our Tuesday morning, off to a pretty nice start. In fact, here's a live look outside from our Casino del Sol sky cam, where we are looking at mainly clear skies across much of southern Arizona. Also 76 degrees currently at Davis Mountain at this hour. Notice the breeze late at this hour as well out of the south and southeast. Marana still into those upper 70s, upper 60s to low 70s in Vail and Sarita. And Fort Huachuca looking at mostly sunny skies, 69 degrees with the south-southwest wind less than 10 miles per hour. Now, we will continue to see mostly sunny skies throughout the morning, but check out those numbers back into the upper 90s as early as the lunch hour. The winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour this afternoon, hitting that high of 102 here in Tucson. Still a few degrees above average for this time of year, considering our average for Tucson around 97 degrees. And we do have that 20% chance in for some isolated showers and thunderstorms late in the day and into the evening hours, primarily to the west of the metro. We'll have more on that 7-day forecast, plus the latest on Hurricane Irma. That's all coming up in just a bit. Morgan, over to you.
Looking forward to it, Kira. If you're headed out on the road to work or school after this long 3-day weekend, you're not going to hit any snags. This right here is a live look at our Congress camera. Only a few cars joining you out on the road right now at 6:11 this Tuesday morning. Everything is looking great eastbound and westbound. No crashes, no issues to let you know about. Meantime, if you are headed up to Phoenix, your drive time looks great. 1 hour and 36 minutes from Tucson to Phoenix right now. And if you're headed over to Nogales, your commute time looking fantastic as well. Just a little bit over 1 hour on this Tuesday morning. Other than that, everything looking great again all across our Tucson roadways. Andrew, Wendy.
Morgan, thanks for that. At 6:11, you've got more time to enjoy a hike up Tumamoc Hill. We'll tell you about the new hours that are in place right now.
Plus, one local neighborhood on alert this morning after the family dog disappears. Why they are saying a mountain lion is to blame. And right now we are on Facebook Live. Join our Tucson News Now page. If you have family in Florida, meteorologist Kara Miner keeping an eye on Hurricane Irma for us right now. Now again, a Category 5 storm. If you have any questions, she's here to get you some answers.
Download the all-new and improved Tucson News Now app. Customize it to get exactly what you want.